Obviously, you have come to the conclusion that you don't have enough time to prepare for your exams, and you have come to me for assistance. And in this video, that is exactly what I'm going to do for you: assist you. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're welcome. My name is Zara. I'm a medical student living, breathing, existing, studying in Nigeria, West Africa. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please feel free to click that subscribe button down below. It is absolutely free. Yes guys, and also like this video if you find this video helpful to you. If you are an OG, I mean, you've always been coming back and supporting this channel. Hey, my god, I don't even have the best way to welcome you guys yet. Don't worry, we're working on it. But you guys are highly welcome. Thank you so much for your love. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for all you do. Honestly, I do not take you for granted. So in this video, I know most people that click this video are confused on what to do since they have their exam like very soon, in about a week, in about 3 days, a day, or even a few hours. This video is for you, but make sure that you watch it till the very end so that it is most helpful, because it's a whole package. Now that you figured out that you don't have time to prepare for an exam, the first thing that you should do is that you prioritize and you schedule your work. Now, how do you do this? First, you make a list of everything that you are required to complete in each course that you're supposed to take in that exam. You make a comprehensive list of everything that you are expected to cover. And when you're done making the list, you divide the list into two: must complete and might complete. How do you know your must complete from your might complete? You check past questions. If you've been attending classes, then it will be easier for you to know, because sometimes your lecturer will say, oh, this is a very important point, or this is a must know. Now you know that this is a must complete. But if you're not so regular with your classes, where you have to turn to now is past questions. Check out past questions for topics that are high yield. High yield means reoccurring topics in different years. I mean, in every course there are specific topics that lecturers love so much. Now this falls under the must complete. Then the might complete is every other thing which is in your comprehensive list that is not under the must complete. Now in the might complete, take note that you have to arrange the might complete into priority based on scale of preference. Okay, not preference now, but priority, a scale of importance. Which one is most important that you must complete? Do you understand? To make it better, you have to allocate time to each topic. Parkinson's law says that work will expand to the amount of time allocated for it. For example, if you have a 5-minute task to complete and you say, oh, I'm going to complete this 5-minute task in 2 hours, you actually end up completing that task in 2 hours, even if it is a 5-minute task, because of how much time you have allocated for that one task. So always allocate time to your work. After making the list and dividing it into two, the next thing you have to do is to allocate time to those topics. Second thing you need to do when you realize you don't have time after scheduling and prioritizing is to focus on each learning objective on each topic. Usually and normally, every topic has its learning objectives, whether it's in a textbook or whether it's in your lecture materials. Each topic has a learning objective, so focus on the learning objective. You don't have time anymore to do vague reading. Your reading should be directed and purposeful. So focus on learning objectives. They are not there because, oh, it has to be the first thing on the page or on the topic. No, they are there because it is meant to serve as a guide. So always focus on the learning objective. The third thing you need to do is to use active recall. How do you use active recall? One is to summarize. Maybe give yourself breaks while reading, depending on how high your attention span is. If you have a very high attention span, you can decide to finish the topic, then summarize. But if your attention span is very low, you can now decide to do it in different allocated short times. Now, how do you summarize? One, remember the outline. Remember, oh, okay, the outline is introduction, then the next thing is division or classes of this or types of this, then the next thing is functions of this or functions of that, depending on what you're reading. So from when you remember the outline, you will most likely remember the first thing after each subtopic in that outline. How to summarize is remember the outline and write down what you remember under each subtopic in the outline. The next way to summarize is to ask questions. Instead of writing a full-on sentence or what you remember, you can decide to ask yourself the questions and write the answer somewhere else, maybe in a different book, at the back of the book, or if you're using flashcards, even better. That is the absolute best way to use active recall, flashcards. And the flashcard that I love and I use and understand is Anki. I've made a video on how to use Anki effectively. If you have not seen that video, I'm going to leave a link up here and also in the description box, so you can go check it out when you're done with this video. I use Anki for active recall. Basically, you type in the questions from your textbook and the answers. Then when you're done studying, you try to answer those questions. The next way to use active recall is to use past questions. Past question at this point, when you have no time, absolutely no time to do so much, is very important and very critical. So you have to use past questions as often as possible, because now when you use past questions, you see high yield questions. You're not just reading vaguely, you're reading with so much direction and so much focus, because you see, oh, this is a probable question, this is something that looks like it can show up in the exam. Using past questions, summarizing, and using flashcards are a good way to practice active recall. The next thing is that use videos, watch videos. Now, my advice for you is to watch videos in your spare time. Why? Because except the video is provided by your school, but if the video is not provided by your school, I advise that you read your lecture materials first. Focus solely on your lecture materials. Every other thing, textbooks, videos, flashcards, every other thing should be secondary. But pay attention to your lecture materials and your lecture notes. Those are the most important resources at this moment. Then in your quiet time or in your free time, you can decide to watch videos on that particular topic. It even makes your understanding better of that topic. But first, read. Now finally, I'll wrap this up by saying that whatever you do or whatever your plan is to study in this short period of time, make feasible plans, make achievable plans. Let your goals be achievable, let your plans be achievable. Don't say I want to use 24 hours to cover up every single thing I have in this course, when you obviously know that it is not possible. One, it's going to be draining, and two, it's not going to be profitable. The amount of thing you achieve is not based on how long you study, but rather on how much you remember. So whatever you do, make sure that your plan is feasible, attainable, and not draining, because you need all the energy you can get to write the exam. So these are the things that I found helpful. They may not seem as much, but when you sit down to carefully analyze them and follow them, you will see that they are really high yield ways to help you, yes you again, to help you study and prepare for an exam in such short time. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. This is the end of the video. Don't forget to like this video if this video was helpful to you. Subscribe if you have not subscribed to the channel. It is absolutely free, and leave your comments below if you are a chronic procrastinator or an acute procrastinator, or you've been in such a situation and there are certain practices that you did to help you. Please leave that in the comment section. You don't know who you'll be helping, and I'll see you guys in my next one. I love you as always. Keep being amazing. Bye.